that number. All right, and then after that, it's
Miss Wood will help us.
It was in the email.
Of course, so I don't read detail.
Well, there's stations.
Oh yeah, when we pass out the diplomas, there'll be
Yeah,
three
that's where the
stations.
assigned. I think we can do it wherever we want. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Nope.
So long as they can see. Are we good? We good, sir? You good down there with me?
Good evening, and welcome to Shadow Hills High School's Class of 2019 Commencement Ceremony. My name is Mary Alexander, ASB Director at Shadow Hills High School. Tonight, we are here to honor every graduate. Many friends and family members have traveled far to honor their graduates. Shadow Hills High School thanks you for respecting the dignity of this ceremony by refraining from excessive cheering and the use of noisemakers so that every graduate's name may be heard and honored by family and friends. Now let us all please rise and welcome the class of 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the presentation of our nation's colors by the Shadow Hills High School California Cadet Corps Honor Guard under the direction of Cadet Corps Assistant Commandant Chief Warrant Officer 2 Omar Castro. This will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and the singing of the national anthem. Senior members of Advanced Choir, please make your way to the performance area. The Pledge of Allegiance will be led by our ASB Commissioner of Publicity and Public Relations, Ms. Brianna Ortiz. Brianna plans to pursue a career in education to fulfill her aspiration of becoming a teacher. She will be attending California State University at Long Beach in the fall.
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
The singing of the national anthem will be led by the Shadow Hills High School Royal Voices in Harmony under the direction of Miss Kaylin McGee.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Symphonic Band, Royal Voices in Harmony, our Shadow Hills High School Honor Guard, and Ms. Brianna Ortiz. You may now all please be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce Senior Class President Diego Serrano for this evening's welcome and introductions. Diego will be attending the University of California at Davis, where he will be pursuing his degree in environmental science and plans to make a difference in his community as an environmentalist.
Good evening. The class of 2019 would like to extend a special welcome to our honored guests. Please stand when I introduce you. Audience, please hold your applause until all guests have been introduced. Desert Sands Board of Trustee, Vice President and Clerk, Miss Linda Porras. Hold your applause, please. Desert Sands Board of Trustee, Miss Anna Conover. Desert Sands Board of Trustee, Mr. Donald B. Griffith. Desert Sands Board of Trustee, Mr. Gary Tomac. Desert Sands Assistant Superintendent of Personnel Services, Dr. Donna Salazar. Desert Sands Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services, Mr. Dan Miller. Desert Sands Assistant Superintendent of Student Support Services, Miss Laura Fisher. Desert Sands Assistant Superintendent of Business Services, Mr. Jordan Aquino. Desert Sands Superintendent, Mr. Scott L. Bailey. And representing the Riverside County Office of Education, Board Member Miss Elizabeth Romero, who also serves as the Assistant Vice Chancellor of Government and Community Relations at the University of California, Riverside. And representing the great city of Indio, California, Mayor Pro Tem Glenn Miller / Councilman Wayman Furman. Councilmember Mr. Oscar Ortiz. Assistant Chief of Police Mr. Chris Schaefer. I would also like to recognize from Shadow Hills High School, Assistant Principal Mr. Guillermo Batista. Assistant Principal Dr. Sharon Kolosky. Assistant Principal Mr. Leslie Wells. Assistant Principal Miss Kristen Wood. Head Counselor Mr. Clifford Smith. Athletic Director Mr. Michael Walsh. 2019 Class Senior Advisor Miss Alicia Evans. ASB Director Miss Mary Alexander. And now, this night is about the seniors. But let's give it up for our compassionate, courageous, fearless leader that we call our principal, Mr. Gabriel Fajardo.
Fearless. Thank you, Diego, and thank you, Miss Alexander. Wow, that's quite the introduction. I appreciate that, sir. Well, I want to welcome everyone this evening. I have the honor and privilege to serve this class, this school, and this great community, both as principal of Shadow Hills High School and as a proud parent of the one and only Gabriel Michael Fajardo III, who is graduating tonight. I love you, son, and I am incredibly proud of your accomplishment, your achievement. Congratulations, G-Man. This evening, I welcome each of our families, our friends, and distinguished guests, and thank everyone for joining us here tonight as we recognize the outstanding accomplishments of each member of the class of 2019. To our superintendent, Mr. Scott Bailey, our board of trustees, our district administration, the Riverside County Office of Education representative, and our City of Indio officials, I thank you for the honor of your presence here this evening. Thank you for your tremendous leadership and care for the future of our community. And to my colleagues, faculty, and staff, our PTO, our athletics boosters, our band boosters of Shadow Hills High School, I thank you. As both your colleague and as a parent with children at our school, I am incredibly grateful for your love and care of our students and our professional learning community. I would especially like to thank 4 colleagues who are celebrating their retirement from public education this year. Classroom teachers, Mr. Daniel Knowlton, Mrs. Carol Carey, and Dr. Robert Carey. Yes. Please join me again, once again, in joining in our appreciation and applauding them once again for their extraordinary years of service, their dedication, their determination and drive to make Shadow Hills High School the best school in the Coachella Valley. Congratulations and thank you. And to our families, and especially the parents of our graduates, I want to thank you for your faith and trust in our school. Thank you for your commitment to a public education, for your partnership with our faculty, and for assisting us in preparing your children to be college, career, and community ready. And now I ask that everyone present, please join me by observing a moment of silence to remember those who are not with us today, whether it be a classmate, a friend, a teacher, or family member. This moment of reflection and remembrance will allow us to include those who aren't here with us as part of tonight's celebration. Thank you. Class of 2019, we've had an incredible journey over the last 4 years. When you arrived here, we were all new to the school, including myself. And here we are, 4 years later, knights who possess the growth mindsets, believing in your ability to keep forging and driving ahead with a focus on making it here tonight. You believed you could, and you did. As you all know, this year's school theme focused on being what we call 3D Knights. Knights who demonstrate dedication, determination, and drive. In order to be that 3D Knight, it begins with your mindset and a desire to be more than simply average. It is about having the internal drive to push yourself from being average to being extraordinary. It's what sets you apart as knights. You are the leaders of today who challenge the status quo so that we are not an average school. You've all inspired us for greatness, and greatness is what our world needs to produce world-changing learners. American entrepreneur Jim Rohn said it this way: leadership is the challenge to be something more than average. This class, ladies and gentlemen, has led in that stead, not allowing to become average as a standard. Instead, the class of 2019 has forged ahead to be the agents of change and hope for our future, demonstrating kindness, honesty, and compassion. You've all developed these soft skills while meeting and many exceeding academic standards of 21st century learning. My message tonight focuses on the academic results of your extraordinary student leadership as 3D Scholar Knights. It is quite evident that this class of scholars wanted to show our community that Knights are prepared. Being prepared, as we know, is measured by the state of California by using what is referred to as the College and Career Indicator. It measures how schools are preparing students for likely success after graduation. For schools to demonstrate success on this state indicator, high school graduates must meet at least one of the measures in the prepared level. Fulfilling the California State University and University of California A through G course requirements is one of those measures. And this year, the class of 2019 is on track to reach the highest completion rate to date, with an astonishing 71% of you meeting those course requirements. So an applause for our class of 2019. It is of no coincidence that the Desert Sun recently reported that Shadow Hills High School is a sign of hope for our district. Within the valley, we were referred to as the statistical outlier, having the highest percentage of students in the Coachella Valley who have met the UC and CSU A through G requirements. Now, for those of you who took AP Statistics with Miss Ujic, you will know that an outlier, is an extreme value that differs greatly from other values in a set of values. So in other words, you are more than just average. And by the way, our district agrees that Shadow Hills High School also has the most spirit, right? As demonstrated by the recognition awarded by Mr. Scott Bailey at the ASB Leadership Banquet. Again, demonstrating that we are more than average. Class of 2019, you have set the bar high, and you have demonstrated, like your predecessors, that you want to eradicate average. You've accepted a challenge to be more than just prepared. This is, in part, why we as a school decided to introduce various measures for all of you to be prepared beyond average. One of the new measures we sought was investing in our advanced placement program by implementing the AP Capstone Diploma and Certificate program in our school. Of the nearly 1,400 comprehensive high schools in California, Shadow Hills High School is one of 150 schools that the state has that offers this program. This year, we have our very first cohort of student candidates graduating with their advanced placement capstone diploma or certificate. We have what I collectively and lovingly refer to as our Sweet 16 with us here tonight. Our first 16 candidates, these are the students who wanted to further refine their academic skills in college and beyond. The program has helped them to become more self-confident, to be independent thinkers, and problem solvers. However, they did not do it alone. They required the guidance, the leadership, and direction. They required teachers, Jedi masters, to show them the way of the Jedi Knight. Here tonight, please join me in applauding both Ms. Carnegie and Mrs. Silva, our AP Capstone Diploma teachers, along with our Sweet 16. Stand to be recognized, Sweet 16, and our AP teachers. Thank you. Thank you. Jedi Master Yoda once said, try not, do, or do not. There is no try. Class of 2019, you did it right. This class has taken the most AP exams this year than ever before. Our access to AP courses continues to increase. The focus on preparing students to pass the AP exams with a 3 or better continues to be a priority for all of us here at Shadow Hills High School in an effort to have our students gain the college credit while being in high school. Our Strive for a 5 campaign was made for you. We did this all to ensure that our students have an opportunity to be better than average. Our students are the driving force behind the introduction of additional college courses being offered on our campus this year. In addition to AP Seminar, AP Research, and AP Human Geography, our partnership with College of the Desert has allowed us to offer college courses taught by adjunct faculty during the school day. Our dual enrollment program is yet another measure introduced this year to recognize our students to become better prepared, to be better than average. For the very first time in the young 10-year history of our school, we have nearly 60 seniors from the class of 2019 who have earned college credit in dual enrollment courses offered during the school day here on campus. This, of course, could not be possible without our profesores, our adjunct faculty, Mrs. Parents, Mr. Wood, and Senor Parsons. Please stand to be recognized. Where are they at? They're out there somewhere. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to announce that not only do we have these 3 wonderful adjunct faculty members, but we also have additional teachers who are completing their master's degrees in their respective fields of content to be able to teach dual enrollment classes here at Shadow Hills High School. Class of 2019, this is only the beginning, and thank you for being the first and setting the trend. I look forward to the day that we're able to bestow upon our graduates a high school diploma in one hand and a 2-year college degree in the other. This is our collective commitment to our community and my commitment to our students who will sit in those very chairs for future graduation ceremonies to come because we are more than average. Our students deserve the best of what we have to offer, for they are worth more than gold. And speaking of gold, I am pleased to announce that within the class of 2019, we have 128 Golden State Seal Merit Diploma recipients, one of the highest in the Coachella Valley. This diploma is awarded by the State Board of Education and by the State Superintendent of Public Instruction to recognize students who have demonstrated mastery of high school curriculum. These Golden Knights are another example of how our students are meeting the state requirements for being more than prepared. This, of course, could not be possible without the hard-working team of our teachers and support staff. Golden State Seal Diploma recipients, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Thank you. Además, or as they say in French, en outre, meaning moreover, this graduation class has 143 seniors who have met all the requirements to graduate with the California State Seal of Biliteracy, a new measure of preparedness recognized by the state. These students have also been recognized by the State Superintendent of Public Instruction for having attained a high level of proficiency in English and another language. I am proud to report that our students, this class, has led the charge in obtaining this recognition with having the highest number of graduates earn the biliteracy seal in our district. Ladies and gentlemen, this could not be possible without our hard-working English and world language team of teachers and support staff. Please join me again in recognizing our teacher leaders and our biliteracy seal graduates for this great accomplishment. Students, please stand again to be recognized. Thank you. The 491 young men and women seated before us tonight have accomplished a significant milestone. We come here tonight to honor their leadership that's more than just average, recognizing their achievements and to remind them once again about how much we believe in them. And while we pause to reflect on all that has brought us to this moment, we also look ahead with confidence, hoping to position them well for the next part of their academic journey. With that, I conclude and I offer some advice to the class of 2019. My advice to you is this: protect and cherish what you've learned, what you love, and who you are, and what you've become. Be true to your family, to your heritage, and to your community. Continue to make good choices for you and your family. Continue to be the best version of you, authoring your happiness and success along this next journey in your lives. Make your family proud of those choices and goals on your journey. Be determined, be dedicated, be driven, be more than average. And take time to always remember that some days nothing will ever beat a really great drive in a car with some great music. After all, as you learned on the first day of this school year, walking through the tunnel with a 3D night welcome by us all, life is a highway. Be sure to drive it. And when you start thinking that you can't do, remember that you are knights and that you can do. In the words of Dolores Huerta and Cesar Chavez, que sí se puede. It can be done. Remember, you're above average because you are knights who always forever remember that knights do it. Thank you for an excellent school year. Felicidades. Congratulations, class of 2019. Thank you. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Anna Conover, Desert Sands Unified School District's board member, who will address the class of 2019. Ms. Conover. Here you are, Miss. You're very welcome.
Class of 2019, congratulations. Clase de 2019, felicidades. Good evening, students, parents, family, friends, and staff. Buenas noches, estudiantes, padres, familiares, amigos, y personal. On behalf of the Desert Sands Board of Education and Superintendent Scott Bailey, I want to thank you for being here on this momentum occasion. En nombre de los miembros de la mesa directiva de Desert Sands y del superintendente Scott Bailey, quiero agradecerles que están presentes en esta ocasión trascendental. I want to thank Mr. Fajardo, the teachers and staff at Shadow Hills High School for doing an amazing job of preparing you for life after high school. Quiero dar las gracias al señor Fajardo, a los profesores y al personal de la escuela secundaria de Shadow Hills por el trabajo increíble que hicieron para preparar a estos estudiantes para la vida después de la secundaria. Graduates, many of you are going on to college, trade school, the military, or straight into your chosen career. Graduados, muchos de ustedes van a la universidad, la escuela de comercio, el ejército, o directamente a la carrera elegida. As you go down whichever path you choose, just remember to be kind, compassionate, honorable, to live life to its fullest, and to always believe in yourself, even when others don't. Mientras vamos por el camino que elijas, solo recuerda ser amable, compasivo, honorable, vivir la vida a tu alcance y creer siempre en ti mismo, incluso cuando otros no lo hagan. Congratulations, class of 2019. You did it. Felicidades, clase de 2019. Lo lograste. The Knights do it. Thank you. Gracias.
Thank you, Mrs. Conover. I would now like to invite Mr. Brennan Lenarth, our ASB Senior Vice President, who will introduce our next speaker. Brennan will be attending UC San Diego, where he plans to major in political science with an emphasis in international relations and plans to have a career in politics. I welcome Mr. Lenarth to the stage.
Hi, guys. Where is this guy? Daniel, where are you at, bro? There he is. All right. Mr. Daniel Martinez has graduated from UCLA with a bachelor's in psychology and will be graduating from Stanford University next week with a master's in education. He will be teaching math at Palm Desert High School starting next year. Daniel has made a lasting impact on many of our lives during his time volunteering here at Shadow Hills, and I am so proud to call him one of my greatest friends. So it's my honor to introduce Mr. Daniel Martinez, who has prepared a message of inspiration for our class of 2019.
You want to get it? Okay, thank you, sir. Gracias, amigo.
Good evening, family, friends, and the graduates of the class of 2019. It is without a doubt the greatest honor to be here before you tonight and to acknowledge the achievements and demonstrated excellence of our senior class. During my time in the Shadow Hills Math Department, I had an opportunity to see not just academic perseverance among our senior class, but also a depth of rich personality. It has been an absolute pleasure to have gotten to know so many of you during your time at Shadow Hills and see firsthand the positive effects your spirit has had on others. While we are all gathered here today for one last paramount moment, I ask that you reflect on your accomplishments. You all have continuously demonstrated dedication and determination to arrive here tonight. Embrace that momentum. I myself was born and raised in India and began my higher education at College of the Desert. After receiving my associate's degree, I transferred to UCLA, and I will be receiving my master's degree in education from Stanford next week. We will all have different starting points. Some of you will begin university in-state, some out-of-state. Some of you will attend fashion design school or study a technical career. And some of you will begin at CUD, like I did. Wherever your next chapter of your story begins, I challenge you to leave your mark. Dedicate yourself to take full advantage of the opportunities that present themselves to you and use them towards a higher purpose. A quote that speaks to me deeply is, "A ship is safe in the harbor, but that's not what ships are for." My advice is this: whatever your passion may be, go after it, and don't be afraid to make mistakes along the way. From my own experience, take a chance and seek out opportunities that will both develop your passion and broaden your horizons. You all have such tremendous potential, and it's an honor to be here tonight to witness a culmination of your perseverance. Your laughter and smiles will forever be in my memory. You are all forever knights, and I'm so proud of all of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. Very inspirational, and I congratulate you in advance for your hard work and dedication as you graduate from Stanford University in a few days. Once again, thank you, Mr. Martinez. Yes. I now welcome to the podium Mr. Andrew Vasquez, our ASB Student Body President, to come forward to share his commencement address to the class of 2019. Andrew will be attending UC Santa Barbara, go Gauchos. He plans to major in political science with an emphasis also in international relations and hopes to have a career in shaping policy through the state or nonprofit organization. My friends, I give you the one and only, Mr. Vasquez.
Hi, everybody. All right. Good evening. So to all the families and friends that came out tonight, thank you guys for being here. I'd like to recognize my loved ones, my family, friends, shout out to Brennan, Payson, and Zoe, glad to have you three by my side, and ultimately my support system for helping me along the way. I love you guys. And a special thank you to Dr. Meadows. I wouldn't be here without you. Looking back as we passed through the halls of Shadow Hills for our very first time, we were unaware of the endless possibilities that would lay ahead. Brought together by various trials and challenges, our class has remained united by our heart. Demonstrations of our passion have been displayed by the heart we put into every moment, big or small. Winning the Spirit Sword as freshmen, we reveled in our victory. All right. With our short-lived Spirit Sword. An accomplishment no other class could claim as their own. During our junior year, we displayed all of our love and energy in our powder puff victory. From the boys stunting and cheering along the sidelines, the roaring crowd, and our tough players, we celebrated a win of 20-18. We continued this class spirit through to our senior year by winning the Spirit Sword at our final rally this spring. We cheered and hollered, besting the juniors, who put up quite the fight. We danced to One Direction and loved every minute of it, and these are just a couple of instances that we've acknowledged as the memories. In addition to the spirit that has been exhibited by this class, there have also been so many creative pursuits taken. For Mad's Black Beetle Challenge video, I mean, who else can say they've been retweeted by Ray Sermon himself? Encapsulating creativity across the board are individuals such as Corey Amade, who's never met a creative task she couldn't master. The same can be said about so many others who have helped to uphold the excellence of our programs, with the Chambers and Bellas placing first in both of their festivals and earning superior standings. Our Regiment of the Realm, Marching Band and Color Guard received the highest parade and field score in Shadow history. As well, there's Kayla Castillo, who literally was born for music and has released her very own album. We put our whole heart and energy into the things we love. There's also times that taught us about our choices, priorities, and finally ourselves. Late nights in A-Push, problem sets, research papers, music videos, podcasts. There were many instances where we learned about perseverance, about our own personal goals, and about the obstacles that were needed to overcome. But that's high school. There were many records set by those before us, records that were meant to be broken, and we did just that. We had boys basketball make it to CIF, as well as the boys cross country team, who also placed first in the Desert Empire League. Boys and girls wrestling teams also qualified, and our Lady Knights held their first All-Valley Girls duel. In addition, our very own Vivian Frosto made her way to state. Congrats, Vivian. As a class of 2019, we proved ourselves a force to be reckoned with, pushing the limits of what we were told we could accomplish. Some individuals started their own clubs, such as ACE and Generation Z Empowered. We are the class that sought after change and made our school a better place by pushing each other to be better. Encompassing the idea of heart is undoubtedly the unwavering love and support supplied by our teachers day after day. They have extended their hearts to establish ours. The late night emails asking questions past remind office hours, and tweets even later on. Along these halls, we found individuals who served as our mentors, who we never envisioned would become our best friends. They have served as our biggest supporters at games, events, and here tonight, cheering us on, and partying with us at grad night. Our heart, all of the memories, and living in the now are illustrated by a simple story shown to us by our junior year English teachers. It's about the heart of a hummingbird and all animals for that matter. Author Brian Doyle notes that the heart of a hummingbird is in the entirety of its body. He goes on to mention that we each have about 2 billion heartbeats during our lifetime, illustrating that however we spend any number of those heartbeats, they're ours to spend as we choose. And I'm happy to be able to say I got to spend even a couple thousand with all of you. Reminiscing on my time at Shadow Hills High School, my mind is flooded with so many memories and emotions as we prepare to say one final goodbye. Here's to us, our creativity, our passion, our united heart, and our futures unwritten. As we walk across the stage and out of the stadium for the last time, we will have graduated and will go on, pursuing our own unique paths, although with the common ties of love, lifetime friendships, and future successes tying us together. As we've explored these halls and begin to close this chapter of our lives, we leave a legacy behind rooted in spirit, community, and determination. So here's to us, the class of 2019. We've made it.
Great job, Andrew. Thank you, Andrew. Yes. I now would like to invite the musical performers to please prepare for your musical performance. So senior members from the Royal Voices in Harmony and Symphonic Band, please make your way to the staging area. Yes. All right, as they prepare, I'd like to go ahead at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, to please join me in acknowledging our senior scholars who are graduating summa cum laude, which is Latin for honors with the highest distinction, who are recognized this evening dressed in their white regalia. Senior scholars, please stand to be recognized. On behalf of the faculty and staff at Shadow Hills High School, we congratulate you, senior scholars, on your remarkable academic excellence, earning the distinction of being a senior scholar, graduating summa cum laude in the class of 2019. It takes a great deal of talent, effort, determination to achieve such a challenging goal, and it is inspiring to see that you are truly the knights who have done it right. You are now part of a royal family. Continue to follow and pursue your dreams and to build your legacy. Please, everyone, once again, let's put our hands together as we recognize and applaud our Shadow Hills High School senior scholars graduating summa cum laude. Senior scholars, you may now be seated. Thank you. Now, I'd like to, at this time, welcome our band president, Mr. Ruben Garcia Ceja. He will introduce, Ruben will introduce our next symphonic band musical piece. Ruben will be attending College of the Desert in the fall, then transferring to a Cal State school to earn his bachelor's degree. His career plans are to become a science teacher. Welcome, Mr. Garcia.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ruben Garcia Ceja, band president. Well, the greatest band president ever. It brings me great pleasure to introduce our next musical interlude featuring our graduating seniors. They will perform Impact from Randall Stanridge under the direction of band director Mr. Paul Bluto Jr. Our band's seniors feature selection is Impact by Randall D. Stanridge. This piece was commissioned to honor a retiring music teacher. Before composing the piece, Mr. Stanridge wanted to know more about this teacher. What kept coming back in his research was what a great impact she had made on the students, school, and community. The band's graduating seniors would like to dedicate our performance tonight to the faculty of Shadow Hills High School who have made a tremendous impact on our lives, Miss Parents and Miss Osmond, and have helped to shape our future. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Royal Voices in Harmony will now perform A Million Dreams, written by Ben Spacek and Justin Paul from The Greatest Showman under the direction of our choir director, Miss Kaylon McGee. Thank you, Royal Voices in Harmony and our symphonic band. Beautiful performance. Thank you. Now, I invite our symphonic band to also join our Royal Voices in Harmony to perform the Shadow Hills High School alma mater together. May I please have everyone please stand at this time.
In the shadow of the hills, beneath the desert's rising sun, a kingdom stands majestic where a night's quest has begun. With knowledge as our armor and honor as our shield, we'll raise our swords in triumph as we conquer, never yield. In our noble hearts will forever be purple and silver, a shining memory. Dear alma mater, our dreams you help fulfill. All hail to you, mighty knights of Shadow Hills.
Beautiful. Thank you once again, Royal Voices in Harmony and the Symphonic Band. Everyone, please be seated. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our co-salutatorian for the class of 2019, Miss Ashley Kosur. Ashley will be attending the California State University at Fullerton, where she will be pursuing her bachelor's degree, her Bachelor of Arts degree, rather, in musical performance. Miss Ashley Kosur, making her way to the stage. Thank you.
All right, good evening, everybody. I'd like to say a warm welcome to the friends, family, and students of the class of 2019. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Ashley Kosur. Yes, that's how you say it. And you've probably seen me around the band room or stressing over one AP class or another. To prepare for this speech, I thought about trying that cliche, imagine everyone is in their underwear thing, to help with my nerves until I realized how many of my teachers are going to be here. So I'll just be my anxious, emotional self instead. So I hope you enjoy. Now, I'm honored to be standing before such a diverse, successful, and talented group of individuals. We've all worked so hard to get to this moment in our lives. I'd like to take the time to congratulate you, my fellow graduates of the Shadow Hills High School class of 2019. Congratulations on being here this evening despite all the chaos we experience on a daily basis that has become the norm. Traffic, Twitter fights, burning our avocado toast, PewDiePie versus T-Series, on top of all the academic and social demands of high school. I know I personally struggled in classes and failed tests, calculus, but I have worked past those setbacks to be where I am now, but I could not have done it alone. Throughout my 4 years at high school, I have made it my mission to learn from every person that I meet, whether it be academically, socially, politically, or emotionally. Sometimes it was easy. I'd be around people that made me feel better about myself, so it was easy for me to listen, watch, and learn. So thank you to my band and biological family, my teachers and instructors. You've taught me how to be more than just a knowledgeable individual. You've taught me how to have love and have patience, how to have confidence and pride. One of these individuals who's been the most impactful in my life, I didn't even meet at high school. He was actually a Buddhist who could hear color. His name was Norway. He was quite the interesting individual. And I meditated with him one night in July in a field in a random high school in Virginia. Long story. But throughout my experiences with him, Norway taught me to focus and have a purpose behind every single one of my actions. The most valuable thing I learned from him was that the best number of people that you can perform for is 0. Everything you do should be done to its fullest extent because you have the passion, determination, and integrity to be the best version of yourself when no one is watching because you want it and no one else. That doesn't mean you should ever limit yourself from trying new things for fear of not being good at it, or you simply don't want to. To quote a famous and respected man, do you want to look at your life 50 years from now and regret not getting in the car? Shia LaBeouf. Because I have regrets. Not doing an important assignment for a class and then dropping 5%, or telling that person how much they meant to me, or being able to kiss my dog one last time before he passed away. But that is life. You live and you learn. Now, I never took AP Bio because I can really only remember that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, but I do know that one of the things that makes life as beautiful as it is diversity. Everyone in the stadium is unique and beautiful in both body and mind. No two people look the same or dress the same way. No two people are going to have the exact same friends and interests. No two people have the same experiences and passions. It is these differences, no matter how small, that set us apart from one another, while also uniting us on a front that is hard to describe. I'll try to describe it. While we may never know what it is like to walk in another's shoes, we all know what it is like to be happy and sad, to have hope and despair, to love and hate. That is what builds the bonds and relationships between the students at this campus. That is one of the things I will miss the most and look back on with joy. I will miss the band room, the people in it, and the home and family it gave me. I'll miss my teachers, whether they taught me for 4 years or I haven't seen them in a few, for the skills they taught me and the role models they made of themselves. I will miss getting away with parking in the staff parking for over 2 years and never buying a parking permit. Sorry, Mr. Fajardo. Now, this speech wouldn't be a summary of, I'm pretty sure, everybody's high school experience if I ended with a good conclusion. I'm sorry, Miss Liu, Mr. Hammond, wherever you are, Mr. Campbell, and Miss Carnegie, but I never really did write a very good conclusion, so why start now? In conclusion, whatever you do after tonight, from the bottom of my heart, I wish you well in your health, happiness, and endeavors. Here's to the class of 2019. Sorry, Mr. Fajardo.
Excellent job, Ashley. Thank you, yeah. Excellent job. Thank you. We'll be sure to send you the parking bill, Ashley, all right? I'm teasing her, of course. Thank you so much, Ashley. It is now my pleasure to introduce Miss Anissa Owen, our co-salutatorian. Anissa will be attending the University of California at San Diego, where she will be pursuing her major in psychology with a specialization in forensic psychology in hopes of taking on a career as an attorney. I give to you Miss Anissa Owen.
Thank you, Mr. Fajardo, and thank you to our honored guests, teachers, faculty, and family who came out tonight. I also want to give a personal shout out to my incredible family. I know these past 4 years have not been an easy journey, but I wouldn't have been able to accomplish everything I did without your constant love and support. Thank you. Oh, and a special thanks to my ghostwriter, Sean. I'll pay you later. I am extremely grateful to have been given the opportunity to give a commencement speech to, dare I say, the best graduating class Shadow has seen yet. Yeah, that's right, we're graduating. And by the looks on your faces now, it also looks like your senioritis is finally cured. High school, it's finally over. And now we are able to share memories we've made and the challenges we face to the upcoming generations of high schoolers. We can tell them, no, it was nothing like High School Musical. But It was actually a lot like Hannah Montana. We lived the best of both worlds, from being a student and an athlete to being a procrastinator and a scholar. But we don't know everything, as we all leave with the same questions, ranging from, when will I ever use imaginary numbers in real life? To, who am I? Although we may feel that we are leaving high school with an abundance of unanswered questions, we have taken away some truly important life lessons. In fact, the most valuable lessons we've gained would not have been possible if we didn't attend Shadow Hills High School. Coming into our freshman year, we experienced our first football games. Now, after 4 years, we can truly say that we know what spirit is, as showcased by Senora Campbell, not only during the games, but with her very energetic recaps in class. Over the years, we also learned spirit from one of our own, E.J. Wilson. Someone who has set the bar so incredibly high for those who follow. We are about to go out into a rather terrifying world, and it is not going to be an easy adventure. Life will continuously knock us down, but we can't let failure defeat us. Enlightened by the sense of spirit we saw in others, we now know that we should always get back up, laugh at our mistakes, and move on. We can look onto our sophomore year and wish that Mr. Hammond taught home ec because his homemade brownies were amazing. We can remember our struggles and successes in chemistry, coming to realize now that we saw Dr. and Mrs. Carey through to the end of their teaching careers. We learned determination not only through them, but through ourselves. As we continue to create friendships, find new passions, and continue our education, we instilled into ourselves ambition and drive, 2 traits that would carry us through the remainder of our high school careers. We can remember the stress of junior year, whether it be cramming for the president's quiz the period before, or freaking out that your SAT scores were too low for any college to consider you. Junior year may have held most of our weak moments, but there is one person who doesn't fall subject to fear, but rather showcases extreme courage. Andy, formerly known as Big A. For those of you who don't know, his video was not only posted on WorldStar, but now has over 1 million views for his brave yet painful sacrifice to keep us entertained. Although we shouldn't all go belly flopping into a pile of Legos, we should all find our inner courage as we leave behind what we have always known. If we can get through junior year, guys, I'm confident that we can get through just about anything. But now we can reflect on our senior year, from attempting to film our econ videos at Mrs. Parents' house, to enduring a loser adjunct college professor. Mr. Parsons' words, not mine. We can now look back onto the final memories we created with our best friends and our beloved teachers. Take a look around. These are your people, no matter if you choose to bring them with you into the future or simply when you reflect back onto your high school experience. We are now about to embark on a journey of endless possibilities with only a few minor limitations: student debt, bills and taxes, now realizing you were the only one responsible for your dumb misjudgments. But don't worry, Mrs. Kaner has taught us that sometimes limits do not exist, so maybe we'll get lucky. But it is still good to look up to the classes who came before us, as they are now future-bound, well on their way to forging for themselves a life of their own with whatever they have chosen to do with it. Now, class of 2019, it's our time.
Excellent job, Miss Anissa. Congratulations, man. Thank you. Student debt is real. Whew. I think I speak for some up here, some of the doctors in the house. It is now my honor to introduce Shadow Hills High School's class of 2019 valedictorian, Miss Vanessa Mendivil. Vanessa will be attending the University of California at Los Angeles, UCLA, where she will be pursuing a double major in political science and international business. She plans on pursuing a career practicing law. I am honored and privileged to welcome Ms. Vanessa Mendivil to the podium to deliver her words of inspiration to the class of 2019. Vanessa.
Good evening, faculty, family, friends, distinguished guests, and of course, the class of 2019. We made it! It was only 4 years ago that we walked into Shadow Hills High School as freshmen. And now, 1,380 days later, the Instagram countdowns for graduation can finally come to an end. We'll now be entering the real world, armored with all the knowledge we've been taught, like finding derivatives, how to analyze 17th century poetry, and identifying the powerhouse of the cell. You know, the things adults use in their everyday lives. But these arcane facts are not what help us blossom in life. Rather, it's the people we love who have inspired us and shaped us into the people we are today. And those are the people I'd like to make this speech about. I would like to first give a deeply regarded thank you to the incredible teachers, counselor, and parents who are here with us tonight for changing our lives forever. None of us would be here tonight without you, so let's give them a hand. Teachers, I respect you all immensely because you chose to dedicate your lives to teaching. You picked us. You opened your door to us on your own time to teach us subjects in new ways, supported athletes at games when they had no one else to cheer for them. You treated us more than a number on a Scantron. Beyond instilling a love for learning, you taught us to hope, be humbled by failure, question, and love the world around us. And on behalf of the class of 2019, I say thank you. And to our parents and guardians, our success is just as much your success. If your parents were anything like mine, they were your ultimate inspiration and the pillars with which you could not stand without. One of the many things I am forever indebted to my parents for is my inheritance of their drive. I come from a family of fighters with resolve so strong, I never questioned it. As a daughter of Mexican immigrants, all I ever grew up seeing from my parents, tíos, and abuelitos was that there was no other way to live but to dream and pursue. My brother and I were blessed to be raised in a home filled with love, led by a marvelous woman whose grace, warmth, and compassion I will never fully understand or be able to compete with. And a man that taught me that life can put you through the absolute worst without knocking you down, who's also responsible for my great taste in music, both of whom I get to call my mom and dad. Parents, you have given us the courage to which to excel and given us the confidence to follow our dreams. Thank you for being our guidepost these past 18 years. Class of 2019. Many of you will literally change the world in incredible spheres of endeavor, whether it be in the environment, in global health, technology, or the arts. Just in the top 5, we have 2 lawyers, a musician, a scientist, a curator of the arts, and a chemical engineer. I'm lucky enough to have been in the same classes as these people, together, stressing about the Odyssey project freshman year, trying to keep up with Dr. Carey's balancing equations, procrastinating on A-push timelines, or making the absolute best econ music videos for Mrs. Parents. But I've enormously lucked out in the sense that I can call some of you my best friends. AP Capstone kids, I admire each and every one of you for your dedication and passion. I'll never forget the chaos we experienced in Carnegie's incubator last year, Santiago's flawless slice of the piñata, or most of all, the utter kindness always expressed to one another. I can't wait to see what all of you do with the life in front of you. Now, as your valedictorian, this is typically the part of the speech where I have the duty-bound honor of profoundly explaining to you your future. It is where I shed my amazing insight on the direction of your life. So here it is. Get ready. No one, and I mean no one, from the president to the Dalai Lama, truly has any direction about the direction of your life. The truth is, the direction of your life is as limitless as your imagination. And for this imagination to take root, remember that fear is a poison to your ambition. Again, fear is the poison of your ambition. Do not let the uncertainty of the unknown keep you from achieving your aspirations. Being fearful of the unknown will prevent one from pursuing the what if and opting for the safe choices in life. But is safe a way worth living our fixed time on earth? Fellow grads, I encourage you to be bold and acknowledge the control you have over where you stand in life. Be resilient in the presence of inevitable hardships, but not static. You know what the most important thing I learned in high school was, though? The most important thing I learned is that nothing you accomplish, seize, or partake in matters if you're alone. It's all about the company. Someone once told me that humans are three-dimensional. There's the way you are, the way others see you, and the way you want to be seen. And the smaller the gap between those dimensions, the happier you are. And so I challenge you. I challenge you to think about the people in your life who make you feel whole, who you feel your best self with, your band of people who make you feel supported, loved, and fully accepted around. Stay connected with these people, remind them that you love them, show your appreciation, and always make time for them. Life is so short, but if you stick with your band of people, your circle of people, growing together naturally through the course of life, I promise that your purpose will never feel short-sighted. Class of 2019, from the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the very, very best. Thank you.
Great job, Vanessa. Let me give you a hug, Mija. Great job. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Vanessa. And now, class of 2019, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome our superintendent, Mr. Scott Bailey, to the podium. Class of 2019 graduate candidates, at this time, please stand. Superintendent Bailey, on behalf of the Shadow Hills High School faculty and staff, I present to you and hereby certify that the students before you have met, and many have exceeded beyond average, the requirements as set forth by the State of California and Desert Sands Unified School District for a high school diploma.
Thank you, Mr. Fajardo. Good evening, Knights. You did it, and you did it. Thanks for not leaving me hanging there. I think I'm the only thing that stands between you and a handshake and a diploma, so I'll make my words brief but powerful. By the power vested in me by the State of California and the Desert Sands Unified School District's Board of Education, I officially recognize these Shadow Hills High School Knights as graduates. Congratulations, class of 2019. Want to get in a selfie?
Let's do it.
And as is tradition, now we selfie. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent Bailey. Seniors, you may now be seated. Under the direction of our counselors, Head Counselor Mr. Clifford Smith, Ms. Glenda Morden, Mrs. Griselda Munoz, Mr. Manuel Ramirez, and Mrs. Lou Sexton, with assistance from our school board members and district cabinet members, we will now begin the presentation of the diplomas. At this time, lead row marshals, please begin with the presentation of our diplomas.
Okay, the counselor is coming, but I'm doing that first.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, just stay.
Not yet, not yet. Geraldine. Facing Robertson.
Mi hija, Valedictorian, Vanessa Mendivil.
Ashley Michaela Sarah Kosher. Anissa Barbara Owen.
Geraldine Padua.
Cynthia Leanne Ferguson. Ailey Carolina Mendoza.
Payson Robertson.
Alex Manuel Alvarado. Alejandra Gutierrez Mendoza.
Zoe Nicole Elders.
Ariana Isabel Carrillo. D'Artagnan Tomas Ramirez.
Andrew Ray Vasquez.
Liliana Gallegos. Sean Briones. You want Anthony? Jake Anthony Abawag.
Caitlin Thiem.
Jake Anthony Abawag. Robert Angel Lopez.
Iliana Natalie Cepeda.
Grace Elizabeth Kane. Miguel Angel Lujan.
Alyssa Michelle Recio.
Annabelle Murray Amador. Ivy Guadalupe Gastelum.
Ana Valeria Ramirez Delgado.
Isabel Alvarez. Anaisa Gomez Rendon.
Aaron E.J. Wilson.
Ilani Marie Cantu. Kayla Alyssa Morales.
Trevor Ethan the Great Pilts.
Cassandra Garcia. Savannah Love Maciel.
Angel Zamora Carranza.
Corey Aspen Amadei. William Walsh.
Seth Ryan Russell.
Andrew Javier Figueroa. Jacqueline Marie Munoz.
Gurkirat Singh.
Vivian Abigail Fasto. Sienna Alexis Levine.
Jennifer Ashley Rodriguez.
Gina Monique Arellano. Lindsay Taylor Mahaffey.
Kirsten Marie Stoll.
Josue Enrique Flores Patino. Brandon Daniel Jaquez.
Madison Louise Risk.
Santiago Adonai Amparo. Guadalupe Eileen Montano.
Gustavo Alfredo Nicholas Sorzano.
Delaney Preciosa Crawford. Kayla Patricia Molina.
Eileen Imelda Palomino.
Faith Catherine Casillas. Morgan Lynn Neifel.
Aaliyah Sendejas.
Arissa Nicole Avila. Lauren Hannah Gibbett.
Aldrich Nathan Rodriguez.
Isabella Chavez. Marisol Mercado.
Madison Elizabeth Perla.
Jocelyn Gonzalez Garcia. Christopher Isaiah Orozco.
Isaiah Kayla Valdez.
Kayla Castillo. Joshua Nathaniel Moe.
Janeth Rosas Herrera.
Jocelyn Gay Morales Mercado. Juan Francisco Garcia Becerra.
Jennifer Alexa Navarrete.
Ashley Guadalupe Garcia Vargas. Brennan Daniel Lenarth.
Fatima Sotelo.
Anissa Marissa Acosta. Brianna Ortiz.
Samantha Razo.
Serena Marie DeRenard. Joseph Louis Lule Jr.
Brianna Powell.
Berenice Avilos. Mason Ray Stansberry.
Jasmine Amaya Rojas.
Ariana Marie Butvides. Erin Lynn Morden.
Naya Destiny Yanes Chavez.
Michaela Rose Ceja. Gabrielle Marissa Ortega.
Miranda Rebecca Perez.
Dakota Michael Borgen. Samantha Guadalupe Gradia.
Diego Rafael Serrano.
Jessica Christine Carrillo. Jose Ortiz Jr.
Lily Beth Rodriguez.
Leonardo Contreras. Kimberly Eileen Moran.
Crystal Eileen Rivera Zaragoza.
Antonio Garcia Jr. Sean Michael Ginn.
Cristina Rios.
Laura Avina. Tariq Murphy.
Ivana Reyes.
Gabriel Fajardo.
Carrie-Ann Lorraine Orm.
Carmen Rodriguez.
Al Jerson Gafood.
Kevin Johnson.
Fabiola Garcia.
Janelle Enriquez.
Caitlin Castro.
Matthew Easton Kelsey.
Naila Saraí Saltipar.
Albert Jose Coronado.
Marcus Anthony Guzman.
Melissa Vargas.
Angel Bailon Beltran.
Zoe Moran Mendoza.
Lizbeth Tejeda.
Harmony Alura Cobian.
Kaylin Jade Mendoza.
Melanie Rodriguez.
Marcela Presich Sosa.
Judith Alejandra Osagura.
Erica Espino Maldonado.
Steve Daniel Delgado.
Amanda Leanne Keechler.
Valerie Rose Flom.
Aaron Contreras.
Kayla Ann Harris.
Giovan Gomez.
Damian Alexander Castrejon.
Ariana Jasmine Gonzalez.
Nevea Isis Young.
Ariel Angulo Jr.
Marcus Aaron Lochran.
Sydney Jade Tribble.
Sebastian Page Calderon.
Abraham Benito Gonzalez.
Trista Smith.
Joanna Scarlett Cruz Alvarado.
Adriana Elizabeth Lopez.
Kaylee Torres.
Roman Isaiah Cuestas.
Denise Lopez.
Anthony Joseph Putis.
Mariana Santurnina Anciso.
Marlene Madrid.
Jordan Trinidad Vega.
Saúl Galván Gutierrez.
Emily Camille Leyva.
Jonathan Carlos Vela.
Bella Venecia Garcia.
Samantha Nicole Gomez.
Mariah Alexandra Romero.
Luis Armando Chavez.
Gilbert A.J. Gonzalez III.
Ju Tuye.
Alexis Danielle Candelaria.
Alexis Gonzalez Lona.
Carlos Eugenio Sanchez Jr.
Riley Page Dean. Gabriel Elias Morales.
Jesus Enrique Rocha Lozoya.
Chelsea Nicole Clark. Joshua Allen Gibson.
Mary Jane Isabel Venegas.
America Estrada. Tyler Maston Johnson.
Nevea Blue Welmas.
Monica Gabriela Escalante. Franz David Lazo Lagatique.
Alexander Riley Williams.
Audrey Nicole Blua. Genesis Michelle Martinez.
Juliana Citlali Ramirez.
Danielle Monique Duncan. Anastea Luna.
Robert Rodriguez.
Diamond Alize Castleberry. Nicolas Ray Herrera Flores.
Nicole Ann Rodriguez.
Cecilia Paulina Espinosa. Gabriel Jordan Munaico.
Isabel Elise Smith.
Michelle Espinosa Gutierrez. Jason Philip Melvin Jr.
Alondra Guadalupe Riz.
Matthew Donis. Hasael Leva.
Jacqueline Diaz Ramirez.
Judith Figueroa. Andy Leone.
Angela Nayeli Perez.
Lauren Janae Becerra. Jonathan Iniguez.
Abelin Ruby Reyes.
Victoria Cecilia Cabrera. Tristan Ernesto Leon.
Rebecca Elizabeth Salas.
Jessica Muñoz Castillo. Gabriel A. Lopez II.
Celeste Tapia.
Andre Ceseña. Alexandra Alicia Hines.
Frederick Simmons.
Oscar Andres Claxiola. Alexander Guadacon.
Eliza Whitney Peterson.
Leopoldo Cerrillo. Jacob Anthony Hernandez.
Danielle Athena Renteria.
Jose Ramon Chavez. Jacob Xavier Luna.
Jessica Maria Perea.
Roberto Becerra. Nevea Justice Lua.
Hannah Marie Schaefer.
Damian Daniel Castro. Bianca Monique Gudinho.
Jenna Ramos.
Charles Corwin IV. Lee Edward Hawkins.
Giselle Perez.
Angel Eric Calderon. Celeste Martinez.
Malik Antoine Williams.
Julian Manuel Andrade. Senil Vijay Chitan.
Jasmine Belen Solis.
Cameron Cole Clark. Jairo Alejandro Mejia Lua.
Abraham Kobe Soto.
Michael Irvin Bautista Garcia. Diana Marie Guillen.
Angelina Maria Padilla.
Colby John Amadei. Cindy Reyes Gonzalez.
Joshua Ryan Romero.
Caitlin Marie Cochran. Anna Patricia Lopez.
Devin Alexis Cifuentes.
Oton Flores Figueroa. Gilbert Ryan Houghton.
Seth Daniel Cisqueros.
Joaquin Angel Cardenas. Matthew Scott Nelson.
Ivan Isaiah Smith.
Anthony Felix Castro. Miriam Giselle Gutierrez Zavala.
Josue Manuel Ulate.
Eric Alvarez. Gina Celine Gonzalez.
Micah Eric Watkins.
Andrew Becerra. Emily Marie Gutierrez.
Evan Jacob Scott.
Gerardo Camacho Valadez Jr. Carlos Mendoza.
Valerie Villalobos.
Cristian Farias. Melanie Medina.
Lynette Sanchez.
Luis Alonso Armenta. Jacob Anthony Magaña.
Stephanie Cepeda.
Agustín Cordero Soto. Connor George Miller.
Ariel Christine Rodriguez.
Leonardo de la Cruz Rivera. Italibi Ortega.
Sebastian Luke Romero.
Daniel Caballero. Maria Michaca.
Angel Castillejo Reese.
Aiden De La O. Teresa Guadalupe Herrera.
Marcos Antonio Sanchez.
Ruben Garcia Ceja Jr. Jenny Fernanda Lopez.
Miguel Castillejo Reese Jr.
Abraham Carvajal. Liza Lopez Castro.
Richard J. Romero Jr.
Estefanía Caudillo Espinosa. Melanie Hernandez.
Abigail Uribe.
Jasmine Chantel Rosas Castillo. Maritzi Gutierrez Calderon.
Hannah Kathleen Smalling.
Christopher Allen Casman. Brian Munoz Medina.
Karina Alvarado Pena.
Chance Allen Day Spicer. Julie Lobo.
Emily Sanchez.
Camilla LeRae Craig Lowe. Janelle Godinez.
Isaac Joshua Reese.
Victoria Ocean Cruz. Bonifacio Hernandez Vega.
Trey Daniel Webb.
Sarah Ann Dean. Audrey Antoinette Molina.
Kobe Rodriguez.
David Cabrera. Antonio Alfredo Noriega.
Cameron Parker Silva.
Nicholas Alexander Boykovsky. Christy Luna.
Carol Schneider.
Jocelyn Faith Valdez. Mara Theodora Madrigal.
Soleil Tapia.
Samuel Woodson Kellogg. Sitlali Haro.
Lauren Mandano Range.
Eileen Kayla Alvarado Santillan. Johnny Rafus Gray III.
Dalia Cecilia Vargas.
Ashley Irie Aguilar. Christopher Morgan.
Kevin Alexander Valenzuela.
Leslie Diaz. Stephanie Morales Morales.
Ezequiel Cepeda.
Andrea Christine Bravo. Victoria Abigail Martinez.
Perla Rojas Mejia.
Valerie Cabrera. Samantha Michelle Matthews.
Kevin Ponce.
Pamela Elizabeth Collis.
Alexander Matthews.
Victoria Benavides Zambrano.
Jacob Cameron Field.
Yulissa Isabel Ochoa Ledesma.
Juan Javier Rodriguez Verduzco.
Julia Elise Castro.
Selena Marie Martinez.
Eric Zavala.
Marcela Alexia Flores.
Jasmine Mora Garcia.
Julian Emil Smith.
Jorge Antonio Fierro.
Adrian Montoya.
Justin Manuel Stewart.
Nicholas William Duchesne.
Josie Alexis Loya.
Noah Villalobos.
Marcos Hernandez Esparza. Evanity Love Hernandez.
Christina Marie Wagner.
Zachary Nicholas Edwards. Valeria Leva.
Delilah Jolene Pacelli.
Abel Corona. Natalie Alicia Guzman.
Anaí Torres.
Christopher Michael Garcia. Liseth Hernandez.
Carol Safe.
Claudia Yolanda Gonzalez. Larissa Aribea Larez.
Crystal America Perez.
Sienna Marlene Flores. Sammy Angel Hernandez.
Mark Sebastian Rodriguez.
Lotus Blossom Foster. Matthew Gregory Miller.
Dominic Romero.
Kara Ashley Diaz. Giovanni Mendoza Orozco.
Daniel Rodriguez.
Valeria Espinosa Coronado. Bryant Alejandro Gill.
Cruz Quesada.
Sebastian Lee Flores. Gabriel Lopez.
Logan Sherwin Stedman.
Juan Miguel Fernandez III. Isaac Ochoa.
Nash Elliott Tebelak.
Jonathan Xavier Flores. Jordi Andres Morales.
Cesar Augusto Sanchez Zamorano.
Andy Aceves. Angel Adrian Morales.
Arturo Cimental Jr.
Joel Michael Gutierrez. Alexandra Jacqueline Ordaz.
Josiah Jordan Valentine.
Jasmine Angel Chan. Jesus Daniel Nieto.
Giovanni Ramirez.
Ranixa Holland. Juan Manuel Nieto Salazar.
Jaime Sevilla.
Dylan Todd Francis. Adrian Romero Gonzalez.
Alejandro Salgado Martinez.
Ruben Garza III.
Mariano Angel Moreno.
Nathan Israel Sabala.
Jennifer Garduño. Jesus Montes.
Gabriela Rodriguez.
Monique Castro. Esperanza Esquer Gonzalez.
Daniela Parada Mendoza.
Leilani Angelique Delgado. Blanca Alicia Ibarra Beltran.
Daisy Tislali Torones.
Alyssa Gabrielle Jacobo Jr. You don't want Enrique? Valladares. Scarlett Ruby Melendrez.
Jason Velarde.
Christopher Enrique Valladares. Christian Julian Mendoza Gonzalez.
Jacob Isaiah Sharp.
Baez. Dulce Magali Baez. Alfonso Lona Nunez.
Adrián Felipe Vallejo.
Bianca Avila. Dana Yusnuel Guerrero.
Alberto Romano.
Anisa Flores. Gabriela Oviedo.
Brandon Edgardo Rodriguez.
Jonathan David Bryan. Marco Gonzalez Mendoza.
Jesse Rodriguez Jr.
Anthony Francisco Box. Isaiah Irvin Maganayan.
Juan Elias Cepeda Garcia.
Gabriel Christian Bermudez.
Christian Diaz Juarez.
Devin D. Vasos.
Brandon Bleca.
Ruben Emilio Jimenez.
Edward Anastasio Robles.
Jesus Alberto Chavez.
Paul Monhead.
Mark Anthony Lee Reyes.
Anthony Brent Carhart.
Jovis Diana Nunez.
Angel Emiliano Medina.
Isaac Philip Shaidez.
Daniel Rito Madrano.
Michael Jose Plata II.
Eligio Acosta.
Jackie Mike.
Joseph Robles.
Joshua Colby Encinas.
Zachary Batten.
Brianna Torres.
Oscar Ariola Jr.
Alexia Ariel Terrazas.
Vanessa Isla Batista.
Samantha Alina Padilla.
Lluvia Elena Verónica Cervantes.
Ruben Reyes.
Melanie Leah Lapisco Martin.
Jose Torres III.
Elizabeth Aguirre.
Grecia Martinez.
What's your middle name? Nick Brodsky.
Anaid Rodriguez.
Matthew John Brockman Jr.
Vicente Zavala.
Jairo Basariel.
Julian Salomon.
Anthony Acevedo.
Carlos Ramirez.
Carlos Carvajal Jr.
Horacio Yepes.
Julianne Annette Carson. Am I still going? David Antonio Cardenas. Huh? Are we? Is Manny done? Manny's done? Skyla Franco. Aldaz. Elida Gastelum Quiñones.
Shadow Hills High School class of 2019. This time I'm going to ask you to please stand. Class of 2019, the gesture of moving the tassel from one side of your cap to the other symbolizes your movement from candidate to graduate. Graduates, you may now please turn your tassels right to left. Congratulations, class of 2019. You may all be seated at this time. Thank you, graduates. Families and friends, I'm going to ask you to please remain in the stands because we have an announcement our graduates would like to make for you. I now invite, though, before we do that, our symphonic band to play our closing musical piece, the Salutatorian, under the direction of Mr. Paul Bluto. Ladies and gentlemen, I now would like to invite our parents, families, and friends to please join your graduates on the field. Thank you for attending this evening's ceremony. Have a great night, and congratulations, class of 2019.
Times that I've seen you lose your way, you're not in control, and you won't be told. All I can do to keep you safe is hold you close till you can breathe on your own. Till you can breathe on your own. Hold tight, you're slowly coming back to life. I've been giving you hell, I've been giving you hell, darling. Let go of all your haunted dreams tonight. I've been giving you hell, I've been giving you hell, darling. Hold tight, you're slowly coming back to life. I've been giving you hell, I've been giving you hell, darling. Let go of all your haunted dreams tonight. I've been giving you hell, I've been giving you hell. I won't let you down. Everyone keeps a darker place to lose control. You're not to